This video we're talking about best moments in Naruto, starting with Chunin exams. So, you want to go first?
Well, you tell them which part are we doing?
I just said Chunin exams.
No, like as far as like, are we doing the full Chunin exams? Because they gonna think we.
Y'all get in the first half.
Okay. Because they don't know. They'll be like, "Why you messing up that part?" Like, so, yeah.
You get what y'all get.
Pretty much. So he's going up until like from the very start of the Chunin exams up until the prelims, basically the second round. But you can go first.
I just said you go first.
All right, so I'll go first. All right, so let's see. All right, so my first, one of my favorite moments of the Chunin exams was Sasuke. When we first see him, I believe use his Sharingan against Orochimaru in the woods.
You took mine.
But I didn't. We didn't even say out loud. But that was like, I was like, yes, I like that one. Reason being, because like I said, like it's the first time you see him, of course, using the Sharingan. Also, too, it's like, oh, it's not. We kind of we get to see what outside of Kakashi, we get to see Sasuke because he's an actual Uchiha. So we get to see how. Not saying necessarily difference, but how it, how the Sharingan as far as like involvement can go. Because I believe Sasuke only had one Tomoe.
Yeah, one in one eye. And
two in the other eye. So it was kind of like different because Kakashi he had just two, I thought. Yeah, he had three. Oh wow.
Kakashi had three since the start.
See, so kind of already see like kind of the difference as far as like the Sharingan and their prowess. And also too, it kind of got a little bit more information about it as far as like through the battle of Orochimaru, because how he was like, oh, I can see, like okay, I can see his movements. I can come up, the battle speed is not as
they would read his movements.
Yeah, he can read his movements better. So it's like the battle speed is not as like, oh my gosh, this man just going in circles around me. I can't do nothing about it. Like no, I can see what he doing type stuff, and I can react to it. So I think that was one of the one of my favorite moments. And also too, like in the woods, if you know about the woods,
forest of death.
Man, they was killing people out there. So it was life or death
Killed
out
or
there.
Be killed.
Killed literally. And so
that was literally one of the titles, killed or be killed.
And so literally I was like, I don't know. I'm hoping, Team 7 come out of here unscathed, or everybody come out of here alive type stuff, because like I said, it's the forest of death. So you made it through, and hey, you go on to the next round. But yeah, that's one of my favorite moments. What about you?
Okay, so mine isn't really towards Sasuke. It's basically Orochimaru's introduction.
Okay.
Because when I say he's became like one of my top favorite villains, every time you just hear his theme play, just his existence, it just sent chills throughout my body. It's like every moment I get so afraid of Orochimaru. It's like, bruh.
That's right. Substitution.
First of all, he could like change his face to anybody, and you just never know where he's gonna pop up from. And it's like, bro, what kind of villain is he? And just everyone was afraid of him. They had like this whole Anbu watch in the Bingo book, one of the first legendary sign we see.
Bro,
people just feared him.
Bro, I feel you. When I say like honestly, from the Forest of Death until like later on, part 1 of Naruto, Orochimaru kind of carried a little bit. When it comes to the villains, he kind of carried the show a little bit, because every time you see him on screen, like Jalen just said, like you get chills down your spine when you hear his music and stuff. You like, bro, because you don't know he's like one of those mysterious characters. You don't know really what he's thinking, or you don't know what he gonna do. He can just snap in an instant, and you don't even know. Like you be like, dang. Like, that's Orochimaru type stuff,
I'm like, bro, what are you gonna? What are you planning?
He was,
like,
what are you planning?
What do you want?
Like seriously, he was like, at the time he was so, so fascinated with Sasuke. We was like, why are you fascinated with Sasuke?
Fascinated with Sasuke and just want to destroy the leaf. I'm like, why? And you were from the leaf. I'm like,
man was trained in everything.
Answers.
Yeah, so that was Orochimaru was definitely, bro.
And then he had his own spies in the leaf. It was like,
man,
this man here got plans on plans on plans.
Man was literally, can I say, carrying for a little bit. He was carrying the show for a little bit. All right. One of my second moments, I would say, is when the Hinata versus Neji fight.
That's a good
for
one.
me, that fight actually was so. I didn't expect much coming into that fight at all because I was like, okay, everybody was talking about Neji, how much better, how he's like the destined child of the Hyuga clan or whatever, whatnot, and he's supposed to be this
top ranking
number one guinea at that time or whatever. So he's supposed to be just bodying people. I'm thinking, okay, he coming in against his cousin or whatever, Hinata, and we don't know too much about her besides that she's like Naruto, she's shy or whatever, whatnot, and then get to see her fight, like actually throw hands, like she was fist for fist. She was gentle fisting palm for palm with Neji, bro. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a minute. And also too, it was so sick because we get to see Byakugan. That's the first time you get to see Byakugan used from two different people that's in the Hyuga clan. And so I was like, oh, what would it be like to see Hyuga fight against each other? There you go, like you get to see, like, cause and
to find out they're attacking the chakra net and internal organs, like,
and that was so
defend from that.
I was like, that's so dope, and also too, it was a hype moment for Hinata as well, cause it was kind of like a coming out party pretty much for her, cause like I said, she was shy or whatever. We don't really know. She was just like Naruto, and we just always see her just do this.
Naruto.
So it was dope to see her too, and like Naruto was in the stands, kind of like cheering on, and like, hey, you gonna beat Neji, motivating her or whatever. Now you could see it through, like, when she got up or whatever, like because she was getting beat up. She kept getting back up. I was like, bro, I was like, Naruto, it's your real one. I was like Naruto, you got a good one on your hands, man. You got a good one on your hands. So that was one of my favorite scenes as well in the Chunin exams.
Yeah, I was definitely rooting for Hinata.
No, I was, man.
The character that sent me chills in the forest of death, Gaara.
Oh,
oh my god. Oh,
another one.
Because it starts off with Kiba and Akbar being afraid.
Yeah,
they just made it back to the tower, and we just see like a flashback of them actually seeing them encountering Gaara from like far away. And first of all, you can't enter a show being that bloodthirsty, and just him with the sand coffin. This man took their umbrella, and just to cover himself from their blood. I was like,
when we first seen
another scary ass character in the show. like
when we first seen him use the sand barrier at the time.
Yeah,
bro, I was like, what is this dude? I was like, what is this monster, bro? I was like, they just crushed by sand, and like, and I felt bad for the dude who got caught in it. Honestly, I really did. Cause I was like,
and they wanted to give up. They were like, here's the scroll.
They was like, here's the scroll. They didn't want to fight him. They didn't even want to. They didn't want to throw no hands. No part of him. Like, bro, just here's the scroll, bro. He was like,
No,
I want more blood. I want more than that. I want a bunch of blood, bro. I was like, damn, you really like that guy? Like, bro, what?
And then once he killed them, he was like, I want more blood. And then you see Shino, Kiba, and Hinata like right there trying to get away. And it's like, I want more blood. They were frozen. They could not move at all. I was like, bro, don't tell me he found them. Don't tell me he found them. I was like, all these new characters just make my blood pressure go up. It's like,
for real, man.
God dang. Oh, my Lord. Alright, what's your next one?
Oh, okay. This one, I actually believe the next one will be for me is actually Tamari. Actually. Fight. Tenten really wasn't a fight, honestly.
That was a massacre.
It was a massacre. There's a reason why we look at Tenten the way we look at Tenten today.
She a savage.
I really like Tamari, honestly. Concept design. I like her Kekkei Genkai as far as with the fans.
She has Kekkei.
Well, not Kekkei, I'm sorry. But with her, like, ninjutsu. Yeah. With the fans, I'm sorry. With the fans or whatever, I was like, that was pretty dope as far as, with the wind control that she has with those fans. And also too, like, the thing is with her fan, it was so, it was very unique because of like she had three different, she had three different three moons. So I was like, okay, we only seen her did we see all 3 moons?
Yeah, during the fire show.
Yeah, I was like,
once you see 3 moons,
it was kind of like dead. Yeah, she was like kind of like I honestly thought Tenten died. Honestly, the way she was just hanging,
fell on that.
She fell on her back, bro. I was like. Oh,
she can't
God.
walk again.
I thought she was paralyzed. I thought we'd never see Tenten ever again. Unfortunately, we do see Tenten ever again. But
do we though?
we do. Unfortunately, I mean, we see her, filler episodes and the war a little bit, not too much. I'm glad, but yeah, like. Yeah, it was really dope to see what Tamari could do, honestly, especially because I actually find she was actually one of my favorite, it still is actually one of my favorite female characters from Naruto.
Oh yeah, facts.
And so to see her, make her debut and where she make her debut, of course it's Tenten, but still, just the way she kind of bodied Tenten, it wasn't even a match, like I said, because Tenten was throwing hella ninjutsu tools, hella stuff at her, and I was like, okay. Or whatever, but it no avail. Like she didn't do anything. She was not scratched at all. She came out literally unscathed. Everything. Like she was not touched. It was like a flawless victory, pretty much in Naruto. So I was like, that was pretty dope to see, especially because she's from the Sand and she's a sibling to Gar as well. So
Sand siblings.
So I thought that was really dope to see her shine in the Chunin exams.
I don't do the basic choice, Rock Lee versus Gar. That's already monumental as it is.
Yeah, it's a moment, bro.
It's a moment.
Couple of pounds of weight.
Primary loaded! It is loaded!
But
I feel like that has got to be honestly in there. It's so dope.
But I'm not gonna put it in there. I'm not gonna put it in
it's
there.
It's a moment, man.
Y'all already know Rock Lee versus Gar.
Yeah, no one really needs to go in explanation.
Y'all need explanation.
Yeah,
y'all already know that's one of the hypest moments there is.
If not the hypest moment.
It is the hypest moment in Chunin exams.
So we kind of have to.
I want to do something
push
different.
We got to push that aside, unfortunately.
That's an honorable mention, Rock Lee versus Gar.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. But my last one, Sasuke using the curse mark for the first time.
That was good, yeah.
I just like the scary moments. The boys that have so many just shaking, goosebump moments. It's just, first of all, Sasuke, you over here waking up from a whole coma with a whole tattoo on your face.
Cover his whole
with just a murderous intent to kill. This man, Phoenix Flower Jutsu, then over here snapping arms. I'm like, Sir, you got Orochimaru's theme playing for the first time. First one.
Fire style! Phoenix Flower Jutsu! I don't think so.
First moment, you got his theme playing. And you over here taking out the sound ninja with just ease.
Man. He's snapping them like pretzels, bro.
You're talking about, you seem pretty attached to these arms, like, bro.
You seem to be very proud of these arms of yours. You must be very attached to them.
Yeah.
Sasuke, chill.
Like, we seen Orochimaru in Sasuke at that point in time. It was like,
and he was just smiling.
He was smiling while doing this. I was like,
And then over the bush, you see Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. Choji's up there shaking head
bro.
Turned away from him. It's like, bruh. And the screen just turned all red. It's like,
man.
What is going on with this show?
No, for real.
You just got one bad moment after another. It's like, is this what I'm watching? I'm not complaining. Seriously. I'm not complaining.
Me neither. I actually loved about the Chunin exams because they did it got dark and it got dark quick. Like
death happened.
Yeah, death happened. Like it didn't matter if you was at that time. I'm pretty sure they was real young. Like, 12,
literally
12
years old.
I mean, just think about going to a literally called forest of death, and the chance of you coming out alive if you wasn't one of the top, beginning, or you couldn't hide really well, was really slim.
You either
really slim. You
killed by other ninja or by giant snakes or wild animals in there.
And the crazy thing about it is that like, I wonder how did they tell their parents?
No, because they did a consent form.
That is true.
Yeah,
Man.
they did a consent form. They did. They made them sign a whole waiver.
Yeah, bro. I always thought about that. I was like, how do the parents, like, how do they go about that? Because, like, to come back here, your child didn't make it. That's the first round.
That's second
round. Well, second round, basically. Because you did the first round was the written thing or whatever. But, bro, like, coming out of that, like, you don't come out of that alive, like, you got a grave site just because your child wants to become a ninja.
Right. Hey.
You got a grave site because your child wants to become a ninja. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Naruto got dark quick. Like, it didn't take long, like, at all. Like, we got past the written test. All right, now it's time to actually put y'all in the field and see what it's like. And
life or death situation.
24/7. And how long? And it was in there for a long time. Like it was in there for a minute.
They had days in there.
Yeah, they had. I want to say it was like a week, honestly. I think it was a week. They was in the forest of death. So you have to survive, that long and
until you make it to the tower.
And make it to the tower and also obtain the scrolls as well. So it was like, man, I really was just like, whew.
I'll pass.
No, I've been alright, bro. I'm cool on it. I don't want to be no ninja. So if this is the case, if I'm coming across this group of people, I'm cool on it, bro. Truly, like I wouldn't want to do that at all, man.
Oh my god! All right, so that's it for our video. Stay tuned for the next video. Next one will cover the second part of the Chunin exams and the destruction of the leaf. So until then, I'm going to bed. Good night.